For thousands of years, humanity fought a silent enemy, an enemy that spoiled food, an enemy that spread disease, an enemy that could turn abundance into death within days. That enemy was heat. Long before electricity, long before machines, long before the modern refrigerator, people were already desperate for one thing: cold. But how do you preserve food when ice melts, meat rots, and summer shows no mercy? This is not the story of a single invention. This is the story of humanity's obsession with cold. Long before science, people learned one brutal truth: cold slows death. The earliest civilizations discovered that food stored in cold places lasted longer. Caves, underground pits, mountain shadows, these became humanity's first refrigerators. In ancient China, more than 3,000 years ago, ice was harvested in winter and stored in deep underground ice houses. Massive blocks of ice were cut from frozen lakes and buried under layers of straw and soil. These ice houses became symbols of power. Only emperors and elites had access to preserved food. Cold was luxury. Cold was control. The Romans perfected ice storage on an industrial scale. They built deep ice cellars called niveria, where snow was packed tightly and insulated with grass. Roman elites enjoyed chilled wine in summer, while the rest of the empire suffered heat and decay. In Persia, engineers created yakshals, towering ice domes made of mud brick, designed to keep ice frozen even in desert heat. These structures were so advanced that some still stand today. Cold had become architecture. Refrigeration had become civilization. Food spoilage wasn't just inconvenient. It was deadly. Before refrigeration, spoiled meat caused epidemics. Milk turned toxic within hours. Fish became lethal overnight. Entire cities depended on seasonal survival. One hot summer could mean famine. So humanity searched for something more reliable than ice. Something controllable. Something artificial. But the solution wouldn't come from kitchens. It would come from science. In the 1700s, scientists noticed something strange. When certain liquids evaporate, they absorb heat. In 1748, William Cullen demonstrated artificial refrigeration by creating ice in a laboratory. For the first time in history, cold was created, not harvested. But Cullen's experiment was just a curiosity. No one yet imagined it could preserve food. That would take desperation. In the early 1800s, doctors needed cold to preserve organs and medicines. Food was still secondary. Survival came first. In 1805, Oliver Evans designed the first refrigeration machine concept based on vapor compression. Later, Jacob Perkins built the first working refrigerator system. It was loud. It was dangerous. It used toxic chemicals, but it worked. Cold on demand. Before household refrigerators, cities relied on ice factories. Entire industries were built around frozen water. Ice was shipped across oceans, wrapped in sawdust, transported by horse carts. A single block of ice could be worth more than gold in summer. Refrigeration wasn't just invention anymore. It was economy. Early refrigerants were deadly. Ammonia, sulfur dioxide, methyl chloride. Leaks killed families in their sleep. Machines exploded. Factories burned. Cold had a price. But humanity refused to stop. Because once you taste preserved food, there is no going back. With refrigeration, history changed. Food could travel. Cities could grow. Empires could expand. Fish from oceans. Meat from distant lands. Milk without fear. Refrigeration didn't just save food. It saved lives. And it all started with ice and desperation. The refrigerator wasn't invented in a moment. It was forged over centuries. By farmers. By engineers. By scientists fighting decay. It is one of humanity's quietest revolutions. Because the greatest inventions don't make noise. They simply keep life from rotting away.